I had no idea with the MS stuff. I think that it's a huge inspiration for people that go through that to think, they hear from a doctor, you can't do anything anymore. And then you look at a guy like you who's literally like competing and winning.
I knew like I can win this MS diagnosis thing. I just knew it, and that the next step, my subconscious took me to the Tacfit certification. And the guy helped me for one of my UFC fights, and he blew my mind also with all the things he was talking about. Breathing, the types of breathing, biomechanics, right? Like the structure in the body, and this flow state thing, mobility, and all these things. But I was not doing well. I'd be in pain all day long. I was taking ibuprofen every single day, probably for like 15 years. And I stopped doing that once I started doing TACFIT. And so that we implemented it in our gym as well. And the same things happened with people that were doing it. They recovered from injuries, they prevented injuries, and they improved their performance. And when you start to go into the neuroscience, man, you get smarter. It's called the world's smartest workout. You literally get smarter because you work in the right amount of stress. 60 to 80% of the heart rate max, and you get new brain cells, the arborization, so they connect more, right? And one more thing, it's called myelinization, where if you have electrical cord, the signal going to different parts of the body, it gets thicker. And so in MS, multiple sclerosis, your immune system attacks that myelin sheath, the myelin. And so that's why your body starts to break down. That's why people end up in wheelchairs, not able to talk and do whatever, grab a cup, and so that was happening to me. I was improving my cognitive abilities, just everything. And so I just kept going, I kept going. Where people say I'm a lifer, it's so much more than just the fitness thing, right? It's like a way of life.